Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we'll start straight line. So before I start straight line, let me focus on the definition of a straight line. So a straight line may be considered as the curve joining two points through their shortest distance and which is extended linearly or infinitely in both the directions. Which means if there are 2 points, you can consider any curve connecting these 2 points, but it should be the shortest path. Definitely the shortest path is this. There are infinite ways that one can move from this point to this point, but the shortest one is only this one. And if you extend it on both the sides infinitely, you can say this is a straight line. So this is about the definition of a straight line. Now, every linear equation in two variables always represents a straight line. A linear equation which has the highest degree 1, the power should be the 1, and two variables which means it contains two variables a, b, x, y. So if I write 2x plus 3y equals 9, this is a linear equation in two variables and it represents the straight line. Now let me see what is the general form of writing a straight line. The general form of writing a straight line is ax plus by plus c equals 0. It's quite similar. Yeah, this is linear equation in two variables. Whereas a is coefficient of x. A is coefficient of x. And b is coefficient of y. And c is constant. Let me see some basic equations of some straight line. So if I say the equation of x-axis, okay, let me draw the axis. This is y-axis, this is x-axis. And if I want to calculate the equation of y-axis or x-axis, let us start with the equation of x-axis. It is y equals 0. Why? Because we are talking about this equation. At every point, y remains 0. In this whole line, actually, the x is different, but the y remains the same. If I take any point, suppose this point, here 1, this point 2, 0, 3, 0, 3.50. X is changing, but y remains constant, and that's why the equation of the line is y equals 0. So the equation of x-axis is y equals 0. Same as if I say the equation of y-axis, it will be x equals 0. Why? Because at every point on y-axis, the x is 0. So equation is x equals 0. Equation of a line parallel to x-axis at a distance a from it, which means equation of a line parallel to x-axis. This is parallel to x-axis and which is at a distance of a. The distance between both is a. So the equation will be y equals a. Why the equation is y equals a? Because if I talk about this one, at every point x is changing but y remains same. Suppose y is 3 here. So if I take any coordinate on this point, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, you can clearly see x is changing but y remains constant. So the equation of such line is y equals a. So if I say the equation of a line parallel to x-axis which is at a distance of 3 units from it, so your equation will be y equals 3 because y is 3, it's constant at every point. X is changing but y remains constant. Same as if you want to find the equation of a line parallel to y-axis at a distance of a from it. So it's parallel to y-axis and at a distance of a. On this point, if you take any point, it will be, if the distance is a, so it will be a comma 1, a comma say 6, a comma 5, a comma 4. So a remains constant, but y is changing. So if a is constant, so equation will be x equals a. So in short, we can say the equation of a line parallel to the y-axis at a distance of a from it, the equation will be x equals a. Its equation of line parallel to y-axis at a distance a from it. And this is equation of a line parallel to x-axis at a distance of a from it. So these are just the basic straight line equations. Now let me see what is the slope of a line. So just let me draw a straight line. Okay, this is my straight line. So slope of a line is given as is equals to the tangent of the angle which it makes with the positive side of the x-axis, and it's generally denoted with m. I'm again repeating, it's a slope of a line is basically equal to the tangent of the angle which it makes with the positive side of the x-axis, and this is generally denoted with m. So since it's a tangent of the line, so m is tan theta. If this is it's making angle theta, it's m equals tan theta. And we all know there is another formula of calculating the slope of a line, which is a 2-point formula, which means when a line is joining 2 points, how to calculate the slope. It's given as m is equals to change in y over change in x. So suppose there are 2 points. Let me take any 2 random points. This point be x1 comma y1, and this point is x2 comma y2. So to move from this point to this point, how can I move? First I can move horizontally and then I can move vertically. So how much change is in y divided by change in x will give me the value of slope. So change in y is y2 minus y1 and change in x is x2 minus x1. So these are the 2 formulas by which you can calculate the slope of a given line. If the theta is given, you can directly calculate the tan theta, tangent of this angle theta. Now, there's an important thing. First thing is the value of the slope lies between minus infinity to positive infinity, which means it can take any value. Second point, the slope of x-axis is 0 and slope of y-axis is infinite. Slope of x-axis is 0 and slope of y-axis is infinite. Slope of y-axis, we're talking about this slope, y-axis. Here, if I take any 2 different points, say this is my first point, this is my second point. This is, let us say, is 0, 6 and this is 0, 4. Change in y is 6 minus 4 and change in x is 0, 0. So any number divided by 0 will give me infinity. So that's why slope of y-axis is infinity. And slope of x-axis, which means I'm talking about this axis, take 2 points. The first point is here, say this is 2 comma 0 and say this is 3 comma 0. Change in y is 0 minus 0. Change in x is 3 minus 2. So answer is 0 divided by 1. Any, like if you're dividing 0 with any number, you'll get the 0. So the slope of x-axis is 0. Now the third point is, the last fourth point, the slope of a line is positive or negative if it makes acute and obtuse angle respectively with the x-axis, which means a slope of a line is positive if it makes acute angle. This angle, suppose if I talk about this line and how much angle it's making with the positive side of x-axis is this angle. And clearly this is acute angle, lesser than 90 degree. So slope is always positive. Whereas if I take this line, an angle, it should be from positive side of x-axis, that means this angle. And clearly this is obtuse angle, greater than 90 degree. So slope will always be negative. So fifth point I can say, slope of a line is negative if it makes obtuse angle. So basically this is about the introduction of the straight line. In the next lecture we'll see the slope or form of line or the intercept of the line, and we'll do some more questions. So like that's it for today. And if you want one-to-one tutoring, I have attached a link, or you can say website address, in my description box. Thank you. Stay tuned.